We line fields and put some benches out. We didn't get plenty. We just ran out of time on that.
Wait. Are you going to start talking? Just tell me.
Linda, do you ever have to ask me if I'm going to start talking? You know I'm going to start talking. Come on.
1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon. All right, so here we go. TCIS soccer action today. Tuesday, October 11th, Cape Henry Collegiate versus the Dolphins of Cape Henry versus the Saints of Nansemond-Suffolk Academy.
Saints coming into the game at 4-4-1, but they're 1-4-1 in the conference. But almost a nice result for them in their most recent game. They played the Bulldogs of Norfolk Academy, lost 2-1 on a last-minute goal by Norfolk Academy. So that's obviously they played some good soccer.
Yeah, my son is on the Cape team. Talked to him a little bit about this last night. He said they expect to have to play a full, rock-solid 80 minutes of soccer to get a W against these guys. And I had commented, I'm always a fan. NSA comes to play soccer, not play defense against us. They've always come out and given their all. And so it's been a funny TCIS season. This is not the year to try to use the transitive property to see who's going to beat who. So you've got HRA beat these guys 5-1. HRA tied NA, and then NA turns around and beats NSA 2-1. So there is no, NA beat Stewart 5-1. We tied Stewart 1-1. So
we beat HRA 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0. Now, granted, I think they were playing without one of their horses, but again, so it seems like what's fun about the TCIS this year is on any given day, best team out there is going to win, and that's always fun. I don't think it's helping us big picture in the state rankings because we're kind of cannibalizing each other a little bit, but we shall see. It's a big one right now. Cape is one tie in the conference is our only blemish, but transparently we've got a couple big ones. This one, and we've still got Norfolk Collegiate and Norfolk Academy on the horizon, as well as Norfolk Christian. That's traditionally been a team we've had some success with, but yeah, I do remember this is a team I believe we knocked out of the TCIS quarterfinals last year, and these two guys up top could go. 9 is Bola, and I'm going to apologize, Orenga. He's their striker, a senior striker. And just peeking at this roster, unlike Cape, who has got right now 2 seniors on the field, if I add those up. Is that Jason Wang over there?
Jason is over there, yes.
All right, so that's Jason in for Dom today. So we're starting 3 seniors, and I believe they start 8. So, case in point, we got an 8th grader right now trying to mark their striker. So
we've got a 4-back start for Cape. Thomas Radich and Andrew McGeegan in the middle. Then you've got Josh Fry, Jason Wang on the outside. You've got a 3-person midfield for Cape. You've got Rhett Kruger and Graham Campbell and Graydon Campbell, the brother combo. Graydon moving back from striker to midfield today. Then up top, you've got Mike Kubicki, Cole Hughes, and Cam Delaney switching places with Graydon. Here comes NSA.
Dangerous move right here. That's another senior, Christian Clark, who had a really good game. I remember him, as my son did as well, from last year. They had a couple run-ins in the cage. But again, I think that what we just saw right there has been one of the things that Cape has been and has to continue to work on when we're going to play younger guys. There's a senior that just is able to physically move Rhett off the ball. And to Rhett's credit, he doesn't give up an inch, but it's tough when you're giving up 7 inches in actual height and probably 100 pounds. So.
And we're young and we're also small.
Yeah,
so it's both.
It's a dangerous combination.
They're talented, play great soccer, but a smaller team than we've had the last few years.
Yeah, some things to look for, I think. I spoke to Coach Facemeyer a little bit about the Stewart game, and he had spoken to Coach Brun a little bit. Sounds like we're starting to see some of the best soccer we have ever out of his career from Michael Kubicki. He's 21 over here on the left-hand side. I know the team, the boys were really excited about how he played in the Stewart game, and so I think he's going to get one today. A little back and forth. NSA really with the actual better, more possession right now, which is unusual. That's going to get called. No card. This is an official we've seen plenty this year, and so he knows us well. And I think he calls a pretty conservative game, actually, which I think benefits Cape. He's got a relatively quick whistle. Consistent, though, which is all you really care about.
He's going to put this into the box, so Angley needs to be ready to possibly come out and punch this away. I think he's just going to dump it into the box and see what happens.
We got some big boys there, 18 and 13 and 9. Nice entry. Cooper's out of the cage. That's actually a pretty poor community. So let's go. It should be 37 right now. So that's one I'd ask you, Scott. Is that one you think maybe Cooper should say is me? And Tommy, he and Tommy maybe not on the exact same page. That's a ball Cooper looks like he's about to catch. And then Tommy puts a head on it. Reminded me a little bit of how we got scored on last year in that state final game, a little miscommunication.
Cooper's in charge there. So if Cooper's yelling for that ball, Tommy's got to get out of the way.
Well, I didn't hear him.
But if Tommy doesn't hear Cooper, he's watching the ball. He can't turn around and look and see where Cooper is. So if Tommy doesn't hear him, Tommy's got to clear that.
And I didn't hear him, and the young man shares some DNA with someone in the booth who I know if he wants to have his voice heard, he can have his voice heard. So
that's one of those tough balls. It's not close enough that it's clearly the keeper's ball. But Cooper's going to be tempted. It's close enough that he could probably get there. He made the decision to let Tommy put a head on it, and it worked out. Not a lot of possession yet for Cape. Let's see if we can.
No, Coop's got to get rid of that. I know that's a rare call, but I think he was actually getting close to the odd 6-second call. So again, we're a little uncharacteristic. We're looking to play through balls, and again, we're without a few guys, and that's been pretty much the story here for Cape for the last 3 weeks of games. Is just haven't had our full complement of players, and that's going to be a play on.
By Drayden Campbell. He's got
he looks up. He's got Kabicki naked here on the left. Didn't see him.
Yeah, Cape without 3 seniors right now.
So that was, I loved where Michael was. Perfect spacing for Mike, and I think if Graydon had another shot, if he saw that on video, he's going to kick himself, because that would have been off to the races for Kabicki.
So the defense sorting out their marks in the back here.
Nice little flick on. Nobody home, though. It's a 50-50 ball, so Coop's got to be smarter than that. He's kind of throwing that out there, but that's going to come right back in a heartbeat. Easy on those.
NSA's here to play. They're not backing off to play defense at all. They are putting pressure on us in the back.
And
but
again,
he's got a big through ball like that.
That's great. That's great. One touch and go. Yep. Beautiful touch. Now he's got him.
Nice.
Great ball forward. Excellent soccer right there. Really well done by Cape. And so really nice by Kabicki. Nice touch to go right inside. Caught there. Sweeper. Cutting to the outside, and off we went.
And if you got a team like this one that's going to pressure you in the back, that's the way to beat it, is a long ball over the top. I know Coach Brunn doesn't like to play that way, but if you do that a few times, you open things up, and that leaves you a little more room in the midfield.
Okay, so we did have an offside call there.
Okay,
so
offside.
that was the ball Kabicki played through to Hughes. I thought maybe Cole left 1 second earlier than he should have, and so like to see Michael keep that on his foot maybe. A free kick. Again, there's that matchup, senior against 8th grader, and so far it's 3-0 senior. Don't get me wrong, Rhett's savvy enough to mix it up, but I think he's going to have to pull some of his Vlad Gassant tricks out there, which is, if you're giving up a lot of size, it's okay to fall. That's a nice
ball by
through ball to Kabicki on his.
Nope, offside.
All right, so flag was up there, and so I think Cape Captain Campbell questioning that. I thought Michael might have held his line there and broke at the right time, but can see some opportunities there. When we get a team that wants to play us like this, there's some fun to be had by the forwards. A lot more space than we saw in some of our past games when there were 8, 9, 10 guys back.
Jason Wang getting the start. Started right back today, and he's earned that. He's played well in practice. He got some sort of garbage time minutes and looked really good in a few games and earned the spot. So let's see how he does.
Gonna have his hands full down there with, I believe that's Christian Clark that he's dealing with right now, and between 13 and 9, I just recall them being two of our more dynamic offensive players. Again, tons of seniors on this NSA roster, 29 guys, and I think primarily on the field right now is a senior-heavy team. So let's see if we can get a touch on this. Ooh, nicely done. Let's see if Rhett and Michael can combine and keep possession here. Good tackle by NSA. Threw it forward. Angley. Nicely done. Now she get rid of that.
Get rid of it.
Well done, Angley. So nice. Came off his line, his last line of defense. He's pretty comfortable, getting more and more comfortable doing that. I think he's been in the cage long enough now for the Dolphins that they know that's his style of play, and so that could have been a handball. Unintentional, but... about 7.5 in. And Cape's had a couple good through balls with a few offsides calls, but this has been primarily 10 minutes dominated by the Saints of Nansemond-Suffolk.
Cape has mostly been on the back foot, but if they're going to have any joy today on the offensive side, it's probably going to be Cam and Mike Kubicki on the wings, two of our better skilled players. But first, we got to clear this ball out.
Campbell, nicely done. Some space and time if we look up quick here. All right, let's see what Delaney does with it on the right wing. He's going to lose it. Again, a little sloppy here right now from Cape. Some of that, I imagine, guys in different positions might take a little bit to get used to where we're at. That said, I know Coach Brunn's expectation of his team is always he has soccer players. He doesn't have wings or strikers or defenders. Nice ball. Coach Brunn a little frustrated with the Cape start. Not very clean, as I've heard him say. Campbell with a win there. Dances through one. Pushing the ball up the right-hand side. Ooh, hard tackle. Good tackle. I had that as clean. I think he got a lot of ball. A lot of body, but similar to the tackle that Graydon threw on that kid in midfield. So, going to let Delaney take this in.
And Kubicki needs to keep his eyes open on the far side. He may get a ball coming across here.
And if anything, I think, Jason's heart and head always in the right spot. Skill set, a little bit not as strong as obviously having a Deno out there. But all right, coming back to the right side to Delaney. Delaney looking. He's got a little space created by a Campbell run, and he goes back to Graham Campbell. Graham's going to come back to Andrew.
Some better possession here.
Yeah. A little too much there. I think Graydon's got to get a little more comfortable in the midfield spot. He's going to want to turn and distribute that. Not as much time as he usually has on his foot back there. Going to get a sub. Looks like Taylor Irvin's going to check in. Handled by, oh boy, dangerous pass. Okay, so we got Frey with the ball on the left-hand side. He touches it to Rhett, looking back to Frey, but little tentativeness I see, Scott. Not as confident as we've normally been.
Right.
Got a tough matchup for Graham Campbell. He's got a senior striker, and he might have, sir. Ball's outside, now it's on the foot of number 9. Dangerous striker. Sends it back. Yeah, it's a mirror image of what we like to do right now. Probing, possessing. That's going to be a foul
Yep.
on 18, climbing up Michael's back. Good job by Kubicki.
So you said lack of confidence. Cape played a game against Stewart last Friday that, right or wrong, I think the guys thought they were going to win.
Yeah.
And you wonder if that affects, the confidence level, the mindset going in. You don't want to be overconfident, but you don't want to lose your confidence either. This is a team that can play.
Yeah, more talent than I think they actually do have, but so definitely a little frustration from the Cape sideline. But listen, that's the fun part about soccer is there's no timeouts. You're going to have to figure this out on the fly. Great ball through to Delaney. Oh, dances around one, fires one left-footed. Couldn't get a lot on it. Really nice. I'll call that the Maverick. He hit the brakes. That defender flew right by him. Little Top Gun reference here in Virginia Beach. Ed liked it. I haven't seen the sequel yet. I hear I'm missing out. It's wonderful. That's what I hear. Oh boy, danger.
Here's their guy right here.
Danger, their guy putting it in the box on his foot. Let's see if he can save it. He can. Pulls it back. Nice move to get the end line. And he's dancing. They're going to call that outside the box. So most definitely. And we're going to have to figure out how to deal with those two. 9 and 13 came in as the guys to watch. They've been as advertised. So dangerous spot here. You play this more as a corner, you think, or you play this a little bit depending on the angle? Probably can't put a shot on goal. You give a wall here or not?
Maybe a two-man wall.
Yeah.
I don't think you take a shot. I think you dump this in and try to
now there's
put a body on it.
We'll see. Graydon does recognize they got one guy on. Looks like Tommy and Andrew looking at
both.
9, or is that 13? And the 9 is far post.
Ugh.
Good ball on the foot to 24. Now here we go. Great counter opportunity. I like it.
Nice.
I like
Cam's
it.
in.
Clearly on sides.
It's on his own half.
He's got Kubicki wide if he sees him.
Get there, Mike. Get there, Mike. There it is.
Oh, gorgeous attempt by Kubicki. He got cracked hard. Hard. Surprised there's no call on that. He got cracked there. Great job getting the ball. Gorgeous ball by Delaney across. Goalie was beaten, but I am surprised we didn't see a call on that. That was an absolute crack. Again, no intent going for the ball, but got a whole lot of Michael and not any of the ball as Michael put that on the goal, and the goalie was able to parry it. And this is tough to watch if you're a Cape soccer fan because we're thin already, and Michael was someone I think we were counting on for some major minutes, and I thought that was going to be a G for him right there. So we're going to go to Johnny McGugan. John's a senior.
Great ball by Graydon Campbell to put Cam in. Cam came in, did exactly the right thing, played it across.
Let's hope Michael can work this out.
Yeah.
Looks always good to see someone walking off, and let's see if he can't just kind of... Now, this will be one of those odd moments. So it was our ball when Michael went down. So in theory, we think this guy is going to blast it to us. But I don't think 9 and 13 are on the same page. So they're not. Okay, they are. Okay, all right. I love seeing that.
John McGeegan just came into the game for Kubicki over in the left wing.
Two guys, two Saints go for it. Johnny battling. Tough touch at first, but he sticks with it and gets the ball to Campbell, who's going to play it wide to his brother. Campbell to Campbell, and now Graydon's dancing. Got him right back if they want him. Instead, Delaney holds. Putting it up the right side, throws the ball off the post, and we're going to get a corner. So well done by Cam Delaney. A couple nice runs up the right wing. Looking at our new trainer and seeing if she's getting Michael right. All right, so we got Graydon and Cam, and they're going to play a little short game here. Cam throws that in. Falls to Rhett on his foot. Touches it wide. Good shot.
That's a
well
nice
done
take.
by freshman Graham Campbell. So
Nice
loved
shot.
it. Rhett played it back. Graham had one from about 25, lined it up, put it over the right post.
Yeah, Taylor Irvin coming into the game for Jason over at right back.
Good solid 15 minutes from Jason Wang. Good job, Jason. It looks like Michael's trying to work out. Good. I think he's moving around, so get him back out there. Ooh. Rhett, heavy touch there, but he comes through with it. Plays it wide, and Johnny misses that.
So many times Rhett looks like he's about to lose the ball, and he doesn't.
Yeah, I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see what this kid looks like in the time machine if we look in 3 or 4 years.
It's a sign of a real soccer player. The ball just sticks to his foot.
Yep, and the minutes and time that he's getting as an 8th grader, holy smokes. Great ball through. One-on-one here. Tommy Radich, unable to stop him. Cooper comes up with it, but that's going to be a battle all day. So Christian Clark and Tommy Radich going at it. And I haven't seen many guys match Tommy's foot speed. Christian matched it, if not exceeded it. Like what I'm seeing, I'm having a tough time with some of these NSA scores. I got to think they were, much like us, they've had to have some guys out at times.
Agreed.
They
Yeah, what
definitely-
we're seeing on the field doesn't match up with the results.
Correct. I definitely feel like this is one of, if not the best TCIS opponent we've seen. That's a giveaway by Andrew. Danger. Ball's played forward. Looks like...
He just grabbed Graham.
I'm not sure how that's not I was going to call it an offensive foul, but I'm in the wrong sport. But that's offensive pass interference if I've ever seen it. He had a handful.
I think it's horse collars.
Good counter. Oh, unlucky on that. Off a Rhett there on the Johnny miss. It looks like Kubicki's going to check back in. Good news. So, 18, definitely a physical run there. That's a good ball forward. Dangerous. Here we go. On the foot of 9. He plays it wide. Looking for 13, who controls and plays it out to 18. Crossed in. Great job by Andrew. Another cross in. Knocked down by Rhett. We got Johnny wide. A good time to switch the ball. Got Delaney open. That's what he saw as well. And now a little 2-on-1 if they go quick with Graydon. Well done.
He is on. Oh, no. Nope. He was on.
Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. Yeah, I think he looked over and saw a lot of white jerseys that stop. But from where he started that run, I felt like he stayed on sides there. So that'll be one to peek.
Agreed. We'll check back on the video later.
Yeah.
I think he was on.
Great save by Cam. Wins a little 50-50 battle despite giving up weight and size. Here we go. Now Rhett's got a little Scott.
Nice.
Cole to Johnny. Johnny's in. Let it fly, kid. That's one that I think Michael, a little bit more experience on the field. I think Michael pulls the trigger there. Ball's to Taylor, back to Cameron. Cameron serves one up and over. Substitution. Michael Kubicki going to come back on the pitch.
A little better from Cape there. We've had some nice runs down the right between Cam and Graydon.
Yeah, first 10 was all NSA. Second 10 has been a nice little mix, but I think we've had a couple real good chances. Love to see Johnny get that chance again with the ball on his right foot. That's where I'd say your toe, anything, but let's make this kid make a save. Ball's played right to a wide open 18. That's a little odd to me that he's that open. John tracking back, but not going to get him. Irvin comes all the way across the pitch, and now Johnny does. Whoa. So we put Kubicki back in, but he
got
came
Taylor Irvin at left back now.
All right, Kubicki in the center.
And we got, I think, Graydon up top now.
Radich battling for a 50-50 ball. Played through. Angley off his line and blasts the ball upfield. So throwing it around midfield.
So Graydon Campbell back up top now. He's clearly our most dangerous player around goal.
All right, so
we also love having him in the midfield.
Yeah, so. I did. An extra, especially with a younger, smaller squad, that's a physical presence, although I never have to question. I've got no business questioning the coaching staff to my right. So
Kubicki's going to take a little run in midfield while Graydon's up top.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. I think to some extent Michael's obviously Michael has the skill and savvy to be successful there. I think Graydon's just got a little bit more physicality, and Michael's going to have his hands full with some of these big guys.
Yep.
Graydon checking all the way back. So gosh, we've got 10 behind the midfield line, and now we're just clearing that out. So Cape's having its moments, but also on our heels a lot today. NSA bench very into this game. Big opportunity for them. Fun no matter what type of season Cape has. In the last decade, if you're a TCIS team and you come over here, this is sort of your game at Duke. If you're a basketball guy, you want to come over here, you want to play well here. This has been the place where we've been hanging, I think, 7 straight TCIS banners. And so, dangerous player here. Taylor with a nice job checking back. He and Andrew do a good job defensively. And now let's see if the Dolphins can possess and play it up. Ball's on Rhett's foot. He looks. He's going to play it back and wide to Tommy. Yeah, they are definitely, in hockey, I'd say they're forechecking. Yep. They're definitely not afraid to press up. And it's going to create, as this game goes on, a lot of time and space for some counter opportunities. We saw one already on our best scoring opportunity. But we got to link passes. Otherwise, there is no counter. It's just us putting the ball out of bounds. Good win there by Cole. 50-50 win by Taylor.
He just threw his body into that one.
I thought little Diego Maradona hand of God there. So Taylor plays it through, but to no avail. Gonna go. All right. A little more than halfway through the first half. 0-0. NSA Cape.
Yeah, number 9 hit Taylor Irvin from behind.
Good physical style of soccer. They are. Definitely the most aggressive, short of a Richmond team, right? The most aggressive I've seen a TCIS team, almost daring us to play long balls, Mr. McGraw, and that they're looking to deny our easy. We've had a lot of teams that kind of give up the middle third of the field to us. This is what it creates, though. Time and opportunity, but we just are a little sloppy in the last third. Wow,
So they're not only...
that's a full-flown... how many of those do we get before we...
So they're not only pressuring our center backs, they're also doing a good job of marking up our midfielders so we can't play that short ball. They're forced to play it over the top. But a nice opportunity here for Cape. Delaney over the ball.
Campbell probably the target there. Ball's thrown in the box and headed away by number 9. Delaney to Hughes to Delaney. A little too much pace on that ball. Cam throws himself at that one, but got to be careful. That could... Yeah, he's going to get told next one of those is probably a card. I know what he's trying to do there. He's trying to just get a little touch, but you got to be careful about hitting the kid from behind when you slide. Played forward to about midfield. Graham Campbell with the win to Graydon. Graydon's got Kabicki. Kabicki with the ball on his foot. He's going to let one fly.
Shot.
Oh, gorgeous shot. Good job, Michael.
Well done.
Don't think he expected that goaltender.
And we haven't really tested this keeper yet. We haven't seen anything out of him.
We have not. Now, I'll say this. I have yet to see him. He plays a real flat line. And so when Michael is at that 25, Cape goalie usually will put himself at the 6 and try to close the angle down. If he's going to stand on that end line, there's some opportunities there. So 50-50, Irvin wins that one. Nice touch. Ooh, almost fell right onto Graydon Campbell's foot at the 18, and that would have been an early Christmas present. Great ball forward. Great move by 18, and
nicely done by Tommy Radish. Tommy stepped up just at the right time.
Great
Left
job.
his man, pulled him off.
Yeah, really nicely done. Heads
Smart
up play, and you got a goalie that's yelling he's off, and the line judge had an easy call there.
Your instinct as a defender is to go with the man, but right there Tommy did the right thing, stepped up and left him offsides.
It's hard. It's a leap of faith. Like you kind of have to believe that you're on the same page, and
that the linesman's going to get it.
And the line's you're relying on more than just the kid. You're banking on an adult. I don't know about that one. I think they just got themselves one there. Coaches got that call. Well done, coaches. Ball don't lie. Right back to Taylor's head. Played forward. Cooper's got some time to grab this one. Let's see where he goes with it. That's a miss kick right there. I think he was trying. I think he saw Graydon Campbell and wanted to see if he could set him up. Played to the outside. Dangerous spot. Miss hit by 28.
I'll tell you what, their center forward let that ball go left. I think if he had to do it again, he'd take it himself and go straight to goal.
Same thing. I think if he stopped and turned to his right, he had the ball on his foot with a lot of goal to look at. But I think he... All right, so Avilias has entered the game.
Their center forward is 13, Christian Clark.
All right, so substitution. We got Johnny out. We got Dom in. We got Dom in the back row, which is an odd spot to see Dom. Angeli going to grab this one or not? Avilias. Almost have to try to play some long through balls to break this type of defense. See if Graham can get to this. He does. He touches it to Cole, who tries a little flick on, and it gets there.
Nicely done.
Here we go. Kabicki, one-on-one. Good tackle.
So Dom Avilas is back in the game, and he's playing in the back. I don't think I've seen that before.
No, it doesn't actually, love Dom Avilias, but seeing him back there, he's a touch and go forward. And when I mean, he gets the ball on his foot and likes to go forward all the time. A little nervous with him back there.
And the way he's walking around back there, it looks to me like they've told him to mark that center forward.
Yeah.
Just go where he goes.
Which in theory I like. Let's see how it plays out in practice. A nice little move there.
Nice.
Let's see if Taylor can get to this. Taylor's really improved his athlete. Oh boy, 2-on-1 here. Dom in a tough spot. Great tackle.
That is great defense.
Oh my Lord.
No.
So I feel like, and again, our job isn't to officiate, but you'll have to help me on that. I thought that was all ball. The ball actually stopped. He got a lot of guy, but that's part of the slide tackle. I don't see how it's any different than the tackle on Kabicki.
But he's there, we're here, but from here, that certainly did not look like a foul. What I was about to say is great defense by Dom He stayed back, and then when at exactly the right time, won the ball.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he did a great job jockeying there and waiting for his moment, and that ball presented itself, and I thought he almost stopped it on a dime. Yeah, I think Kubicki's saying the same thing. I'll have to explain to Michael how that's any different than him getting cracked and taken down. I think the difference is Kubicki got the shot off, so maybe it's a play on there. And tough call right there. So
I know Coach Liebig works a lot with the keepers in practice on PKs, how to know where they're going, watch the plant foot, watch the hips. We'll see what Cooper can do here.
Yeah, tough spot. You guess here? Make a guess.
You watch his left foot, plant foot, see which way that's pointed. That's the way the ball's going.
All right, so I think he is going towards the baseball side is what I'm going to guess. All right, here we go. PK, PK in the just about at the 30-minute mark of the first half. Clark steps up. Not sure there's anything he could do even if he knew which way that was going.
Nope, good shot. So 11 left to play first half. NSA takes the lead on a PK.
Tough call.
It's been the possession, I think, has been even. Flow of play has been even. They got the call in the box we didn't get. 1-0 NSA.
All right, here we go. Trailing by one. Finns have been down before, but transparently, we've been down. We've been down, and actually, I thought, we went down against, was that Walsingham or HRA on a counter, but you kind of felt like it was a much different feeling than this one.
Yeah, we were dominating the game against HRA.
Red to Kubicki.
Not so far today.
Kubicki has got a great ball through. Let's see if, no, keeps going to get off his line. Good idea. Punts to about midfield. A little flick on. Right back by Radich to Delaney. Delaney drops it to Graham Campbell. Campbell to Delaney. Sends, who is that? Kubicki through.
Kubicki for the cross.
Kubicki going to get to it? No, he's not. Controlled and blasted straight up. Oh. Now right to the footed. Oh, nice move, Taylor. Taylor to Cam. Got a play on there. Another hard tackle.
Cam's getting up slowly, but he's getting up. Kate's going to have a throw maybe 10, 12 yards from the corner flag over there.
Finns trail 1-0. PK in the 29th minute. We're a team without a ball over there. Campbell with the ball, turns, nice, tries to throw that in. There are 4 or 5 guys just staring at him down there, and we'll see now. Great win by Dom right there. Elevated, got up, knocked that ball. Unfortunately, fell to the foot. Great steal by Andrew. Well Andrew to Campbell. Campbell turns, he beats one, dances into the box, crosses it. Delaney, no can do. Cam controls, he's in the box, he stops and throws it back. Irvin to Campbell. Campbell throws it in. Oh, beautiful! Absolutely beautiful. That's that was a beautiful play from Graham Campbell to the head of Ronald Cole Hughes. A little flick on. They left him unmarked. Let's see if that gets the Dolphins going a little bit.
Beautiful goal.
Cole Hughes. His email says Ronald, so I'm going to call him Ronald. I don't know about this changing your name. That's a Southern thing. I went to Wake Forest. I met so many guys that were named Ed Faubert. Call me Owen. Why? Call me Dante. I don't know. Yeah, you just can't change your name. All right, 1-1. Nice goal. Dolphins answer right back. They always say those next 5 minutes after a goal are the most important, and it's sort of like the bodies flying.
What you
sort
don't
of
want
like
to do here,
the-
Greg, is get one right back, and now NSA's
Yeah.
got a free kick and kind of a dangerous spot here. Too far for a shot,
Yeah,
but still a dangerous spot.
I don't. Did you see that? Did you see that?
That may be a foul, more than the PK.
Okay, all right.
More than the PK.
All right. Was that on Dom or was that on the play before?
I think it was
Dom?
on Dom.
Okay. Yeah, it's reminiscent of some of the calls that's on the football game yesterday. If you and I run into each other, that's just bad luck. That's not a foul. Great ball thrown in there, knocked out by
Well done,
Tommy, and here we go. A little too heavy of a touch. Cam has got to be careful about these, trying to make these slides from coming behind the player. Great play by Delaney. He's moving in. He's got Graham.
Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys.
Campbell. Oh,
Oh, no.
Now that's one that I would wonder. With the play-on rule, Scott, if Cam's got a handful of jersey there, but he plays through it, once he plays that ball, it's done, right? You can't turn around and say, okay, we missed it, we get it. But I wonder if he falls there, that's a PK. That's a full handful of jersey that he's got as he's been beat.
Once it goes out of bounds, it's not coming back.
All right.
If that's at midfield and we lose the ball, then it may come back.
Okay. So, but because
Yeah,
it's a
once
shot
you
on
miss that
goal,
shot.
it's sort of
Right.
like you don't get
Right.
and no double jeopardy for NSA.
Though you rarely see a play on in the penalty box.
Yeah, that's why I
Midfield
wondered.
maybe. The penalty box, not so much.
It's almost being
No more advantage.
right. I could tell you right now, my high school coach would have been yelling at me to angrily fall down. That's legal, but nice and physical. Third Clark is a physical presence up there. All right, so about 6 left. Tough to ask for. 13 and 9 are gonna have a tough time asking for calls when the guys covering them are about 30 pounds less than them. Idea there, personnel not. So they're doing a great job of pressuring us into some passes that we haven't had to make all season.
I don't know how this team's 1-4-1 in conference.
Nor do I. I have to wonder whether, much like us, they've had the injury bug and the illness bug hit their team, and Dom just seems a little bit hesitant, and that's a dangerous spot to be hesitant. Great save by 9. He throws it back. Good turn by 6. Gonna fire it to. Ooh, danger. That's one that, again, goalie and Tommy need to communicate a little bit here. On his foot, still on his foot. 6 red jerseys. That's a
You
two-hand
don't see
shove
that
that he
often.
gets away with.
You don't see 6 red jerseys back in
6
a row.
red jerseys, and now all 10 field players back, and the kid still has the ball. Kabicki, gotta see if we can't contain it or maintain a little possession here. Let that through. Yeah, that was not
Okay,
intended.
there
for
you go.
Now, right back to.
Nicely done over there. Well done, Josh.
Good job by Andrew. Good job by Rhett.
Nicely done, Kate.
Kabicki through. Good idea. Michael saw Graydon. I think Michael thought he was going to go left. Grade started his run right, but that was a nice build up there. Better, but you could see how much pressure they were trying to apply in that defensive end to get themselves a quick one there. And dangerous letting that ball bounce. Rhett's got his hand full here. 9 on 9. That's off. Wow, I thought that was off by 3 steps.
I think Tommy left him on.
Dance is in. He's in.
Oh, what a save.
Right place, right time.
Ooh.
Not sure he tried to save that. That one caught him where the sun doesn't shine
Wow.
a little bit. That's a perfect ball. You can't
It
ask.
is.
Much like the ball to Kabicki,
Yep.
that's just a goalie positioned well, and that's a Dave Liebig trained goalie.
That's a great save. Come on,
Here we
Grady,
go.
get there.
Graydon outrun.
Get there.
Almost a good counter there. Good job, Taylor, just to try to get to that ball. Fun game. A lot of action. A little over 3.5 left. Official time kept on the field. Could be a little injury time. Nice crowd today. Not a lot of students, but we got a lot of parents out there. Great, some time and room. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Hughes with the ball. 1 to beat. Nope. Great play. Right back to Andrew. Andrew to Rhett. It's going to be Cape's ball. Rhett to Kabik. Kabik through to Graydon.
Up, he got it. He turned. Ah,
didn't have an angle to shoot there, so he tried to throw it through to Kubicki. Almost wonder whether he might have been better off hammering that one at the near post and seeing if you can get a little parry save back out.
Braden is sometimes a little, you'd want him to be a little more selfish sometimes down there.
I feel like Kyle Usonis would have just tried to put that through the goalie's head.
Absolutely.
And then played and see what happened. That
probably would have.
Yes. And it more than likely would have ended up on Doran's foot for a goal. Somehow those two had magic. Here we go. Again, dangerous.
Play back to Coop. There it is. Good. Well done.
All right, well done. Oh, boy. Dom in the middle. And this is where Dom is more comfortable, is possessing. And good job by Rhett. Hughes with the ball. Good move. Hughes to Kubicki. Kubicki, ball on his foot. Lets one fly. Again, I'd like to keep shooting on this kid.
That's a nice shot.
Not a bad idea. I think Michael might have had a step or two that he could have kept taking, but I like it. Clock on the field now.
Like the way Cape is finishing the half here.
Yeah, really wondered what that next 11 minutes was going to look like after we were very frustrated with the PK call, and it's the best 11 minutes they've played today. So see if they can get one here. Got a lot of momentum. Great ball through.
He's on.
Got it. Hey, have a day, Michael Kubicki.
There you go.
So I said I thought he was going to get one before. So that's me. I'm taking that goal. Goal by Kubicki, assisted by Taylor Irvin?
I'm not sure. We're gonna have to watch the video back.
And the hockey assist to Greg Angley for calling it.
And that's where the weak spots in the defense are right there. You just keep playing that through ball. If they're gonna pressure high, and eventually you're gonna put one in.
Almost wonder, and I know you don't, it's easy to second guess now, but I know you don't change the style you're playing, but with 2 minutes left, I think the difference going in, tied 1-1 and down 2-1, just such a different feel.
Yep.
And you can see what Cape's thinking right now is a third here.
Unless NSA gets one back before half, that's a huge momentum killer.
No foul there, right? So, again, that's one that I feel like that's one we've seen consistently called, just riding up his back. Not the shoulder in. I love the shoulder, and I think 9 and 13 do a great job of using their bodies. That's one where I felt like he kind of came up Cam's back. Well, we just climbed up that kid's back. So
he's there, we're here, but I don't think the AR on the far side's called a foul yet.
No, just some offsides. All right, dangerous spot here. Probably about 30 seconds left. NSA with the ball at about the 35. They've got their horses forward. That's not a great ball. All right, so that's, as I said, that's not a great ball, but then Cole tried to get up there and hit it back. Cooper should take some time here.
Yes.
Take as much time as they're going to give you. Well done, Cooper. All right,
and there's your half.
All right, so a great 11 minutes after 29 of so-so soccer. 2-1. Dolphins with goals by Cole Hughes on a header and Michael Kubicki on a nice run. Take a 2-1 lead. Could have been 3. I know Graydon wants that one back on his foot. And a PK in the 30th minute for the Saints. So we'll be back for the second half. 2-1 Finn.
Down 7-3. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, it's one of those things where they got 4 off Scherzer, and I don't think they hit more than 150 feet. Just
I mean, if you're, to me, like that's not, you guys like they're the Giants that year the Tigers had that pitching staff. The Giants had some of those hit off Sandoval ball that turns right. Like it was like, there was pixie dust in the air. They hammered the ball for sure.
I guess it was 2019. Raised that out. Siding gave it some points. And all of them were just below chalk.
Yep. I remember that.
Swinging bunts.
Did you watch any of that game 3 and see see him go out and have him check the pitcher?
I turned it on right as they were getting done with it.
Yeah, that was, but that's his old manager. So Showalter managed him. So the minute he came out, this guy does like a 3-minute like clip of it, and like they is it Musgrove? I think it was Musgrove.
Musgrove, yeah.
So Musgrove looks at Showalter and says, "Are you serious?" Right, and he's just standing there like whistling. Showalter, and then so they check him. They check everything. They look at the glove, and Machado will not stop yelling. Machado keeps yelling at Showalter. And then what I loved was he got the first out. They check his ears, no problem.
And you know what was interesting? So I'm watching on my big screen TV, and they do a close-up of Musgrove, and I look, and he's sweating whatever, but his right
It was
ear
glistening.
is shining,
It's shining.
like, you
But
know,
they got
Mr.
him.
Clean.
They
Right?
got him.
And so, but they checked him.
So then the guy goes back and shows every pitch he throws up to the 6th inning, including when the foul ball, new ball comes in. And he's like, this is where you'd catch him. Nothing. It's not to say he's not doing something in the dugout, but nothing, right? And so when he gets the first out, and then he gets the second out, and he strikes the guy out, and he pointed over there. It was like,
Showalter's just desperate. He's
Well,
just
yeah,
trying to.
it's a
and
ploy to
can't
throw
blame
him
him.
off.
that's when they interviewed him after the game. He's like, I get it. You're losing 5-0. You spent all this money, and you don't have any. Like, you got one hit off me. So I get it. I get it. But
I mean, in a best of 3, you're down.
So I'm sure you saw this. Andrew McCutcheon said, yeah, he's using Red Hot. Put the icy hot on his ears just to keep himself, jazzed up.
if you saw earlier this year, like in April, the guy that was trying to touch Bumgarner's hands would not. So he does all the normal stuff, and then he's rubbing his hands, and he won't stop rubbing his hands. And Bumgarner's finally like, they asked him what he said, and he said, "Hey, you like touching boys? Go to the minors. There's nothing but men up here. Get your hands off me." And the guy's like, "You're gone," and Bumgarner goes, "You're gone." That's such a red ass. I got to meet him in San Francisco, and just like, before a game that he wasn't pitching, the CEO of the Giants got Coop and I these tickets, and Coop was talking to Will Clark, and so Bumgarner's like, "That's your kid?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "He wants to talk to Will Clark." I'm like, transparently, he wants to talk to you, Timmy, or Rich, or like any of the middle infielder guys, or Buster, obviously. And he's like, "Yeah, Will Clark's old. What's he doing talking to him?" So I was like, "Did your wife really get you a bull for your your wedding gift?" And he was like, "Yeah, my wife got me a bull." I was like, "That's awesome." The guy's large, just a huge human being.
So Will Clark, known as the
The thrill.
and his answering machine would, if you got the answering machine, would say, it would start with the thrill is gone. The song, The Thrill is Gone. You've reached Will Clark. The thrill is
I
gone.
love it. So he stands, like, we're there watching batting practice before they'll even let the general public in to watch, and we're sitting in there, and he comes up to Cooper and he's like, "You missing school today?" And Cooper's like, "Yeah." And there's a great San Francisco Chronicle picture that was in the paper, and like the caption was like, "I hope I didn't get this kid in trouble." Like, 'cause it's like, but so he's like, "You know who I am?" And Cooper's like, "I don't." And he's like, "Will Clark, you don't know who I am?" And I was like, "Oh dear God, he's 6. He's currently learning the current roster. Like, he haven't.
He's currently learning to
He
read.
knows who Willie Mays is. Okay, like that one I pointed out to him. But Will Clark, you weren't the first guy in my thought pattern. But he's like, "Where's your dad? You're a fan?" And I was like, "Lifelong." And he's like, "And?" I'm like, "We were gonna get there, okay?"
Let him learn his numbers first.
Right? Yeah. Like, I used to make Coop keep actual score of the game because it's good. Like, it's a good logical. Like, okay, well, it's 6-3. Put okay, 6-4. Like, just. I hate that now everything is done. Even the high school games are done. They don't keep a book. They keep it electronic. Baseball's kept it.
Tom's got his own way of keeping score. You go to a game with Tom, he's come up with his own system.
Of course he has. Of course he has. I said something to him. I was like, "Well, that was a quick playoff." He's like, "Did your team make the playoffs?" And I was like, "Okay." No, we didn't. So in my vision of what an off-season baseball practice looks like, one guy leaning on the fence, one guy throwing a ball to himself, one guy in the batting cage.
tell you what's it's going to be a great second half because they're going to do down. They're going to do more of what they do that counter.
At 1-0, I wanted to see what are you going to do now? You're going to turn around and become an A, but down 2-1, we're going to get like they don't care if it's 50 to 1. They're going to
keep going, and which could do one of two things: put us on our heels, or if we can
3-1, 4-1, 5.
Yep.
Yes, if we can counter quickly and get another, if we get 3-1 before it becomes 2-2, I'll be much more.
The Braves have 2 on with nobody out in the ninth.
That what?
Braves have 2 on, nobody out in the ninth. They're down by 4. It's classic Braves. They're going to score like 2 runs and fold to short.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
got the ball first, follow through as a trail leg, got the player,
How does that become a clean tackle? What would he have had to do?
So the first part of that is the way the feet come in, they're studs up.
That's a no-no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you get 100% of the ball and don't touch the other player at all, you can most of the time get away with that one, depending on who your ref is.
Yeah.
But the follow through of just coming out,
Clearing him out.
Exactly.
It wasn't the tackle, it was the shove.
Well, no, it was still
The leg. He put his leg up.
brought it, you felt him catch the guy's leg as he went through.
That-
And I mean, again, I don't intend it to be that way. It was
that-
just, all right, Robbie's going in through the tackle, and he got unfortunate with the follow through on it. But I was even telling him, like, at first, I'm like, I'm going to go, no, and then the fuck.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see when you watch the replay. Yeah. Because it's a different perspective. I love
Yeah.
So when you watch the replay, I'd be curious to see your thoughts after.
You'll understand why I was like, oh really? Because we thought all I saw was he stopped the ball. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what your view. Yeah. And exactly, I go, did I blow one out there? What did I do on it? Anything like that?
Have you done these guys? Have you done these guys before? We can't figure out how this is their record.
Before, but they, I mean, the coaches even said before the game, they've been losing all season, and they lost by a couple of
1-4-1 in conference. I think they're the best conference team I've seen.
Absolutely. Yes.
And I've watched NA play, and I think. I think we took our last opponent lightly, so there's no taking these guys lightly. But I'm shocked at what their conference record is. Hey Wyatt, did we ever figure out the things that Sam was so passionate about, like that he said we had? Did we ever do anything?
Yeah. You may ask Drew about that. Drew and Sam's close friends. I communicate with Sam. I used to, but not anymore.
We have the year that stay out. So we have a logo and stuff. It's all weather gear that stays. We have a soundboard.
That's mine.
All right, let's go live. I want to do a sound check because I've got some feedback coming out of the sound. Yeah, I'm trying to work the board here to find out. I've got a little bit of a reverb.
Just talk like normal? Yeah. Okay. All right. We live, what? All right, so here we go. We're gonna get going. Start of the second half. 2-1 Cape. It was 1-0 NSA on a PK in the 29th minute. And we had a great conversation. Love our head official here. He's done, I think, 4 or 5 of our games this year. And what's awesome is he comes over and we can ask him a question about why a call was made or not made. And he doesn't take it as a confrontation. He takes it more as a conversation, which it was. Explained a little bit on that PK that we felt we might have had clean. Dom's initial tackle was clean, and then the follow-through was where cleats were up and his body came through and caught the legs. And so the ref had said like he was hoping not to have to make the call. But felt like the follow-through warranted making the call. So that's how they got on the board. 4 minutes later, on a gorgeous ball from Graham Campbell on a little flick-in header by Cole Hughes. Big moment for the Finns to tie it at 1. And then 3 minutes later, still looking for who had the assist. I'm going to give it to Irvin until someone tells me.
It was Taylor Irvin. I just went and checked with the bench.
Nice dime. Good dime, bud. Taylor Irvin to Kubicki. And as I said, Michael has been, for the last 3 games, playing the type of soccer that I knew would end in a hoop, and I don't think he's done today. I'm going to go ahead and say he's going to get another one. All right? If he gets another one, you get free lunch on Friday. How's it sound? It's on me. All right?
So, Greg, you were just saying at halftime, and I think you're exactly right. NSA is going to have to push forward even more.
Yeah,
and that's either going to put us on our back foot or it's going to give us more room up front to play some long balls and find some space.
So we'll see. Here we go. Right off the bat. Here we go. Here's a chance right here right off the bat. Didn't look at it.
So finishing the half, we had Dama Vilas in the back with Tom Radich. He's now back up front, left forward, which is more of his usual position.
That makes me a little more comfortable. So who we got back there? Radich, Frey. I think what we're trying to do is match size, and it's going to be hard. We don't really, until we get Deno back in, we really don't have someone the size of a 13 or even an 18 on that far side. And look, we've been dealing with that against Walsingham, against HRA. It sounds like, Collegiate up there in Richmond and even Stewart playing a brand of soccer. Word's out that you want to be pretty physical with the Finns. And I think on Thursday we'll get Deno back, and he'll be able to balance the scales a little bit. That's a 2-hand push in the back. Huh. Surprised that one didn't get called. The Villiers went up for that one and just got hammered in the back.
Actually, I thought Dom looked all right in the back. I like having somebody back there with Tommy, who's a skill player with good size. It's not his usual position,
Nice
but I
play
thought
right
he,
here
thought
by
he held
Sue.
his own.
Delaney on him. Good job.
Nice
Good
tackle.
tackle by Cam. That's a dangerous spot to try that type of tackle, but outside of the box, so Cam does a nice job there. Right off the bat, NSA attacking, right as what we said was first 5 of this half could be very interesting. Dolphins get a third, and they can.
Nice job, Cooper.
That's again. I'm gonna be a little pain in the butt there and just say I think it's a little bit more than is necessary. He's got that ball, and there's a little shoulder there. And good ball through, wide open. Good decision. Good decision.
Okay.
So that's a little bit of growth from your senior goalie there. I think we saw in years past, I think he goes like a bat out of heck there and tries to go get that. I think he slowed the run and then saw he didn't have much of an angle and came off his line. He had no idea that offsides was called. We're not going to be happy with that ball. We're going to get another in play.
I'm not sure where our right back was. We got a little lucky.
I think
with the offsides
Cole
call,
got
because-
sucked through and tried to get to that ball in the center to help out with 13, and the next thing you knew, he was wide open. So Finns have to be smarter in the back line than that. Yikes. Not sure I love the ball right down the middle there, but when it comes back in danger town. So here we go. Ball's controlled by Rhett to Campbell to Frey. Plays it forward looking for Graydon Campbell, but that ball's knocked and saved. Nope, out of bounds.
So it almost looks like we've got Kubicki playing a D mid right now.
Ooh,
That's a 2-handed shot.
that's going to be a card. Can't really complain about that one.
Nope.
It's a 2-hand shove, and now he's got to be real smart. A little frustrated. I think he's missed a few games, and I think as he's getting back into game shape, he's had some moments. That's uncharacteristic of that young man. It's about the exact opposite of his personality and demeanor in school. But it happens to all of us. Now he's just got to play some smart soccer. Great ball
Nice
through
ball.
by Kubicki to Campbell. Campbell,
Graydon.
well done.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you counter getting a yellow card, huh?
Exactly.
Big hoop.
Great stuff.
Big hoop. And again, all around that is Michael Kubicki. So love it. Really nicely done. Nice through ball by Kubicki. Graydon got it. Pushed the ball to his right and then slid to finish. And I'm telling you, he liked that one. He was upset with the yellow card. He knows that's not his brand of soccer. and I liked his kung fu kick at the goalie flag. Don't need him pretty.
They all count.
No. I
They
used
all
to,
count.
my nickname, my dad used to say all my goals were garbage goals. So the paper says they're goals. No one knows that wasn't from 30 in the upper 90. So big
And
hoop
that's-
right there.
That's not an easy finish either.
Now, that's well done. And again, that's what we thought. You know, Mr. Faubert had said, let's see what happens. It could go too quick. It could go sideways quick for NSA. And now it's even more danger time for them in that they have to keep pressing.
The shot.
Good
Oh,
save.
good save.
Wow, that
Nice
was
save,
nice.
Angler.
I don't. Did you catch if that was off his? I think that was his outside left foot, kind of peeling out. And I would tell you, I think naturally that's a right-footed player,
Yep.
so that's a heck of a shot.
And that was slicing away from Angley. He did a great job to get a handle on that and knock it over.
Tell you that fall was. The baseball dad wants to make sure we land the right way. I got some money in that arm, so. All right, here we go. Great shot, great save. Let's see if we can get out of this jam right here. Corner, first of the day. Good job. Blasted out, dangerous. So that's right. It's one of those spots I think Angley got caught on his line on that one and then was stuck in almost like I can't come off my line now. So 9 with the ball to 6. 6 with a touch by Dom. Nicely done. Aviles wide to Hughes. Uh-oh. Tough spot to lose it.
Don't let him shoot.
Blasted, and Campbell
Well done.
sacrifices the body. Here we
You
go.
got Graydon.
There we go. If it can get through, it can. Got to put a little. Yeah, we got to be careful of the offsides. I also think we put a little air under that ball. Let our fastest guy run under it.
A couple of huge saves from Angley today. We had one in the first half on the near post down here, and then that one on the shot that he knocked over the bar. Huge game
Yeah,
for Cooper.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna give him all the glory on this one. That other one, he'll tell you right place, right time, and he did confirm that caught him right in the belly. So a little bit above where I was predicted, but I think that's why he got up so quick. And that one was nice, elevated, used his athleticism. Here we go. That's a handball.
Sure looked like it.
So that's whether that's intentional or not. There's really not. It's a call.
You know what? They've
Yeah, he
gotten a
called it.
lot. Did he call it? I think it's a corner. They've gotten a lot more tolerant of that the last few years.
In particular, to me, it's almost like the field hockey thing where I smash the ball into the woman's foot in front of me and
Right.
I'm rewarded for
Right.
it. And that was just a blast off his arm, and
And that's-
they called it. So
That's what it was 5 years ago.
yeah, and I hate
But
that. And
recently
he
it's
raises
been-
the hand. Obviously, he should be removed from the game, but that's one where he's just doing his job. So yeah, it's a dangerous spot here. Nice ball in, actually a little too far out, and Graydon Campbell runs on it, runs over it, and Josh Frey's trying to clear, and it'll be Cape ball. 7 or 8 into the second half. Dolphins got one quickly to go up 3-1. Plenty of time left. So 9 sheds a tackler, throws it through.
Nice job by Cole.
Hughes almost like just be a roadblock there. Hughes again. So Ronald's sort of the Swiss Army knife this year, Mr. McGraw. We had talked about different guys we've asked to do different things. I've seen Ronald play striker. I've seen Ron in the midfield. He's been a winger, and now we're asking him to be our right back in some big moments. So
And I tell you what, they've got us back on our heels again. We're
They
up
do.
3-1, but we're doing the defending, not them.
they do. Those are multiple situations. This is still a possession, in my opinion, that was off of Angley's nice save. We still have never really regained the ball. And again, we're still... All right, that should be an easy one for Angley. All right, Angley looking what to do. Brun's letting him say let it fly. Ouch. I would say the ball headed him there. All right. Finn's trying again. Another loss of possession in the danger zone right there at about the 40. And we're not going to be able to keep giving them the ball in that spot and end without a goal. And
We
it's just-
can't possess. We've got to possess. Hold on to the ball, run some clock. Wear them out chasing the ball. If we're just defending for the next 30 minutes, we're in trouble.
Interesting. So that's going to come back to Cape. That's the play on that I was asking you about. So, oh, no, it isn't.
No, he gave us a kick.
Okay, so that was 13 was riding up Tommy's back, and I think they were waiting to see how Tommy handled it. That was what I was wondering. So that's not going to happen when you're in the box.
Right.
But in that moment, he saw we were dispossessed from the ball, and he rewarded us there. So Delaney trying to go through 2, not going to happen.
Cam had Graydon there, but just couldn't get rid of the ball quickly enough.
Coach Facemeyer with the call there to Kubicki. Kubicki plays it wide to Rhett. Rhett looks through. Ooh, Graydon with a little dummy. I wonder if he is intentional or unintentional. Nobody home for that, so. 3-1 Finns, 10 minutes into the second half. TCIS matchup between the Finns and the Saints.
Nice defense there by Graydon. Graydon's all over the field.
Asking him to do a lot, and he's rising to the occasion. Taylor coming back in. It feels.
And then their number 9 is all over the field. He's a handful.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's 13, and I love this kid in the back row, too. Where did he go? 5. I don't know. Maybe he's not in the back row now. He's up front. So, again, another one of these delayed play-on calls. Looks like Siren's getting up. Taylor Irvin, who had some great and big contributing minutes in the first half, getting ready to go back in. Other than Taylor's love of Virginia Tech, he's had a great year this year. I like to give him a hard time as a Deacon fan. All right, here we go. Big moment here. Radich. 4th goal would be awfully nice, Mr. McGraw.
Let's put it up in the box and see what happens.
Coach Rakoff sporting a new Cape sweatshirt. I haven't seen this. Ooh.
Oh.
So that was almost a little flick on that. Is that a direct?
Direct.
If that does go, that goes, right?
Yep,
that was a direct
absolutely.
kick?
That was a direct.
What would it, and back in the day, I never understood. What would make it direct versus indirect?
Almost everything is direct, unless there's kind of a strange call, like a back pass to the keeper or something like that.
All right, Angley's going to let that one bounce into his hands. But again, this is unique in how they are now pressing at this point. So Angley's going to get that one to Hughes, but barely. Hughes loses it, and it's saved by 28, and then Hughes bangs it back out of bounds. Substitutions in for the Finns. Irvin's going to come in for Kubicki. And 15 for 19 on the NSA side.
I think Kubicki's got 2 assists today. Am I right on that? First goal, third goal?
Yes, first goal, third goal. Nice game. And a goal. And a goal.
Yeah, you're right.
2 and 1, or a 1-2 day. Nothing wrong with that, but he's not done. 6 has got it. Throws it forward to Clark.
Yeah, they got him off sides.
All right, so today's NSA Day. Our tennis team was celebrating Senior Day versus the Saints over on the courts. We'll see if we can get an update there. Field hockey was over there, putting their number 1 D2 ranking on the line. Volleyball plays later tonight. Love when we play all the school teams at the same time. It's fun.
Would love to see Cape just put some possession here. Just take the air out of the ball, slow the game down, make NSA chase a little bit. But so far, we have not been able to do that this half.
No, we very, very eerily similar to the start of the first, other than we got that counter goal and a gorgeous goal by Campbell and a big goal. But this is very reminiscent of how we started, which is Coach Brunn a little upset there. Tommy had a chance to put that out with his left to make it a throw, and instead he put it out with his right on the end line. And I think that's something that I think if a less experienced guy does, that's where if a Jay Wang kind of throws that out or a Siren, I think Brunn's saying good D. That's a player his expectation is going to do a little bit more with that. So
he's got a left foot. He can play that out.
So last quarter, very dangerous. Banged around a few times, and their Angley stayed on his line. Let's see if he plays this a little more aggressively this time. This will be an outward swinging ball off the right foot. Pretty good ball. Wow. It's an interesting tactic. He just kind of fell down.
Cole matched up over there.
Beats 2.
Turns on him.
Good job. Good job by Cole, just getting his body in the mix, and that's going to go off NSA and be Cape ball. So let's see if we can't string us a little possession here now. We have played primarily nothing but 15 minutes of D here in the second. not a lot of movement, kind of just a lot of standing around.
So we started the game with Graydon in midfield. We moved him up top. He's our most dangerous player there. But then you lose that ability to possess.
Great ball. That's, oh, jeez.
The Cape bench think that was the same
It's from
same thing
behind.
that we got called for.
Well, again, I'm going to ask him, but to me, the definition of what he said, that was the definition. He got the ball clean, and then he completely cleared out the guy. So Avilias needs to cool it. Avilias needs to cool it.
Yep.
Dom's got a temper. He's my guy. I'm writing his college rec letter, but I'm not going to be writing about his on-field behavior. got a card in a Woodbury game in the state semifinal last year when he thought, what he's doing right there is, and I know him, and if I asked him what he's doing, he's defending his younger teammate. There's a better way to do that, though.
And rather than give a card to anybody, the ref just talked about players.
Right.
Hopefully calm it down.
That's fine, but I think that stems from a lack of focus. That's a foul on Delaney, and I think the bench feels like it, and we do not have coaches that complain about calls. And so I think when the boys hear our refs, our guys say, hey, all right, his right call. Correction by the official. Good call. Ball was off Irvin. Flick on to 13. Radich and 13 going to battle. Hughes gets in there. Tommy with the tackle, but he runs right through it. Strong player.
Wow. Speed
Dancing off the end line. Still dancing. Still dancing. Throws it forward. Shot over the cage.
We're fortunate that
I don't know, Mr. McGraw, if I've seen a kid. That's the second time we've had 4 or 5 bodies around him. Just barrel-chested, could hold us off. Graydon did a little bit on the sideline. I was about to comment before the non-call there. What a great job he did of possessing that ball and just holding the player off until he could make a pass.
And you get nervous defending down there because you don't want to foul him and you don't want to do anything that
he's really
is perceived as a foul, even if it's not. But he just beat 4 of our guys.
Again, I know there's no intent, but that's, again, 2 hands on the back of a player trying to head a ball is... let's get this one under control a little bit. Got Hughes wide, but he's going to go up the gut, and he's going to pay for
took
it.
that one right in traffic.
Good job. Now he's got him through if he wants him. Good job, Taylor. Now back to him. Well done. One touch and he's off.
Oof. Oh, come on.
That's a obstruction.
Yeah. And there's a card.
On 5?
On 5.
On 5. So let me ask you. To me, I can't stand still right in front of you? Or
He came in. No,
okay.
he came in on that one.
Right.
He upended Graydon. I think that's fair.
All right, so I think that's a card. It's also probably a card to try to settle what the last 2 minutes has been, which is starting to look like a rugby scrum.
But that didn't look to me like standing still and getting run over.
Okay.
I think he upended Graydon.
Great ball.
Somebody there? Oh.
That was Dom, whose leg extended to about 19 feet to get his foot on that.
We got Johnny McGeegan and Kubicki coming into the game. Taylor Irvin.
All right, so Brun's moving a bunch of dudes around. So he
Josh
just sent Cole to the left back. He gets Taylor off and Frey off. He gets Johnny up top, and he puts Michael in the midfield. So looks like a back line now of Radich, McGoogian.
You got Cam in the back now?
Cam in the back now?
I think so. No?
Falls right to Campbell. Danger zone. Ooh. Friendly fire. Looks like the end of the Raider game yesterday. Sorry about that, Mr. Souther. 2 receivers decided to say, how you doing on the last play of the game. Ball should have been thrown to Hunter Renfro, by the way. He's my guy.
So, yeah, Brun's got 2 of our more skilled players in the back on the right now with Tommy and Cam trying to take care of what we've seen down here in the left corner flag.
You've coached with these men before. Is that a reaction to what he's seen in the last few minutes,
Absolutely.
shoring up the defense because he's up 3-1?
Yep, we just had a guy down there for NSA who beat 4 of our defenders. We've got 2 of our better skill guys back there.
Nice idea in the corner, thrown forward. Good idea, a little less. But, again, we had commented we're starting to look a little bit more like the 22? The 21 team. Corners are starting to look a little slicker than they've been. We had some gorgeous set looks last year with McGraw and Schur and Gav and Kyle did some real neat things on those corners. Really kept teams never really knew what to expect. Starting to see a little bit more creativity from the Finns, and that's great to see. This game's getting physical.
It really is. You're right. It looks like a rugby scrum.
Yeah, a lot of extended arms. This kid is,
Well, that's got to be something. You can't play the ball on the ground.
I mean, at some point we have to stop and end the rugby scrum, but let's keep our eye on that forward. That 18 is 18 and Dom don't need to be near each other on this field. This is going to go back and forth. Hopefully, cooler heads prevail.
And I think he gave a play on there, but to me, given what's going on in the game, I think he called that.
This isn't play on time for me. This
Agreed.
is let's make sure these guys stay on the field for their next games.
Yep.
Uh, 20 left. Plenty of time. Radich on Clark. It's a good matchup all day. Good job. Good little touch by Delaney. Back to Angley. He mishit. Miss-hit. Next play.
That's good composure by Cam playing it back to Angley, though. That's a kid who's played a lot of club soccer, has been in these situations.
Yep, and he's passing the ball back to a kid who does not play club soccer. And to be honest, that's a moment where I saw him. He tried to keep his head on the ball, but that's one where he needs to pretend he's taking a PK and hit that thing to midfield.
2 big saves. We'll take it from
Yep. Good switch. Strong player. Let's get your hands down, Ronald. 18 turns on him. And Andrew is there. Dom to Cole. Cole to Rhett. Rhett to Graydon. And he's got, little too slick. A little too slick for my liking.
He thought the defender was right on his back.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Graydon could have just turned with the ball.
Turned, and we would have had a nice little 2-on-1 on that left side. But that's okay. We'll take a throw in and see if we can't maintain possession. Klimkwitz is giving me the look that says this is still anybody's game.
Braves lost 7-6, by the way.
Oh, you said they were going to do that.
Yep. They're going to almost come back.
Philly playing with house money, so. Although with those series, what I love is momentum now. If you got a couple against their closer.
Yep. 7-6. But this was Philadelphia's weakest starter today.
Yeah, that's right. So they're coming off. Although I'll be honest, in the past 10 years of baseball, I'd love to do the statistical look at the stat of how many wild card teams are actually. You come out of that 3-game series, I think you have a little bit more of a sharpened mindset sometimes than the guys who just took a week off.
Yep. You get healthy, but you also lose a little bit of sharpness.
And they've been playing for the last month as if every game was a playoff game just to get in, whereas the Braves have been watching the Mets disintegrate in front of their very eyes. It's probably a card. At some point, we're going to have to get that guy to stop, but he's wasting his own time in that one. So
we got 17.5 left. Cape up 3-1, but still anybody's game. I think it's fair to say.
I think he's going to give a card to this young man or not. Not sure what we're doing. Okay, I know he was frustrated that the kid stood in front of the ball, but if he's not going to give him a card, I don't know why he's going to stop the clock. But he does, and that's what's important. God. Oh boy! Oh boy! Johnny,
come on, Johnny.
In, shoot!
Yeah.
Oh!
A nice take by John McGeegan.
I'm not sure if John knows you're allowed to enjoy the goal, celebrate a little bit. Brunn said he put him there because he knew that was going to happen. 4-1 Finns. The mastermind that is Dave Brunn, putting John right in the spot where.
Was that a run call or a face mark call?
Count the basket. So Johnny, I said in the first half, I thought he had one on his foot in the first half, and he elected to pass. And Johnny took my advice and just hit it hard at the cage, brother. 4-1 Finns, big hoop.
I think I said it last game I called. Johnny's a very good athlete. He's a tennis player first, but he's made some nice contributions to the soccer team, and one of the biggest ones right there.
Oh! Yeah. Yep. And this goalie knows, the ref knows our goalie well, and so you could see as soon as he said something, he was being told to knock it off. But again, Cape goalie has found himself in so many countless 50-50 battles with kids that I think we try to protect the keepers a little bit more. Great ball. He's got John again.
He's got Johnny.
Put it on the board. Fins are exploding. So Ed Faubert, this is what we said. It was going to be too quick, or we were going to have to potentially change the style. We're not changing the style. 5-1. Campbell with his second. And that came off a nice save.
And I can't remember, Greg, a Cape team with this much counterattack.
No.
It's usually possession and wear them down.
Oh, and
Good counterattack.
And I'll be honest, if I think about some of the games last year where teams wanted to play us, that away NA game, they put us in a different spot, and we weren't willing to play a little bit of a counter game. We kind of played into their hand and just kind of felt like we kept running into a wall over and over. So cool to see, and I guess credit, every time he's moved people around, he knows what he's doing, and he's put them in the spot where they've had success. Kabicki, get back on the right side.
Not shocking to hear that Dave Brunn knows what he's doing. Newsflash. 5-1 Cape.
Spoke to
2-1 at half.
former Cape captain yesterday. I spoke to Carter Atherton for a while. He wanted a little update on the squad and how the squad was feeling about things and what I thought they could do. Talking to us a little bit about his K5K run, which honors Carter's late mom. Cape's always been a big
on
supporter.
side there. Yes, he is.
Is that one of those moments we assume Graydon started that run on this side of midfield?
I think he was on.
He was? Okay.
On the forward half of midfield.
He looked, but I wasn't watching when the ball was played. But so about 15 left. Last 3 the Finns have put in a few to kind of extend the margin of 5-1, and they're not done. I think this is a team that wants to build confidence going into the next few games. I think we're Norfolk Christian on Thursday before a fun week next week. She'll be there.
Speaking of Cape alums, Gavin Doran's getting some time for ODU.
I saw that. I'm really psyched for Gav because I think he was a little disappointed at first and that didn't know where he might fall, and had a feeling with that kid's determination, if he stuck with it, good things would happen. I hear he's getting playing time. I think Kyle's cracking the lineup a little bit.
Good. I know he had an injury to begin the
season. I think the hammy is better, and he's getting minutes. John Armini earned the starting goaltending job at VCU. I watched him on ESPN2 the other night. Still the same. I can't help but smile when I see Johnny. Such a good young man.
And I can tell you, Matt McGraw and Luke Schroyer are the #1 seed in the B division of the Virginia Intramurals.
I love it. That's it. I'd say.
Oh wow, Oh wow.
All right.
It happened right in front of the AR. I'm not sure what he didn't see there.
Can't climb up his back, so it is a foul. And it's a foul in every sport. It's a minute push from behind in lacrosse. It's a takedown in wrestling, so.
It's a foul when you shove a guy down. Shoulder to shoulder, shoulder to shoulder, not a foul. Extending the arm is a foul. If you would have stopped and defended him, the referee has clearly said he doesn't want to. Jonathan's been against us.
That's about as animated as I've seen our coach in 2 years. I think he is getting tired of seeing some of the younger guys on our team have liberties taken against them. And credit, coach.
Nicely done there by Andrew McGeegan.
Good job, Andrew. Let's keep.
Just got a text from Peter Pearson. Peter Pearson's listening to the broadcast.
Hey, now we're talking some GOAT action right there.
No disrespect to anybody. Best player we ever
had. You're throwing out a name that the soccer gods know. So, shout out to Peter. While I was unfortunate to arrive the year after he left for Cape Soccer, I can tell you that I've spent a lot of time just chatting with him, and while he is a good soccer player, he is a great man. So, and I mean that. Good young man. Peter's still playing in the Southeast, or is he?
Yes, he's playing Greenville Triumph.
Ooh, I like Greenville.
USL. Yep.
I like Greenville. Fun little town.
Playing as head coach is John Harks.
Hey, all right.
Former U.S. men's national team captain John Harks.
Legend. Son went to Wake and had a heck of a career at Wake, and I think his son's now playing MLS soccer. John Harks. Wow. We're hearkening back to the Alexi Lawless days. That's the softest foul Dom's ever committed. Usually Dom earns them. I don't know whether he earned that one. About 10 left, 5-1 Finns.
I think at this point you just want to get this game over with.
Yeah, I think we're going a little to the bench. I'd love to see maybe Graydon come out. Maybe rest some of our guys that have bigger fish to fry here.
Looks like Alex Siren and Marcus Vieira are coming into the game. What you said is a good point, Greg. A lot of these guys are also playing club soccer
Yeah.
right now, and you really have to think about
It's
load management for some of these guys.
good ball in, knocked around by Radic.
A lot of these guys are going to leave this game and go straight to club practice.
That's crazy. I think about sometimes the weekends where I watch my guy who's not a club soccer player get to rehab the body, and these guys go play more games on the weekends than they do during the week. But everybody knows there's nothing crazier than a club soccer coach, so. Kabik, nice little dance around. Finn's trying to do a bit of possession while also maintaining our attack and style of play. Starting to look a little bit more. It's tough to kind of keep the energy and momentum that NSA has.
Yep.
At down 4, it's hard to keep that. They certainly did a nice job. Johnny,
Nice take.
great little touch.
Nice touch by Johnny.
To Graydon. Back to Johnny. Nicely done. Graydon's having fun now. Nice little back heel. I don't know where our AR is to get us our subs in. These guys have been trying to get in for about 3 minutes. Would this not be a moment on a corner that does she have to recognize? Let's see what we're doing with this one. We've played the first 2 this game that we've had short. We're going to go ahead and throw this one in. Good ball. Right to 9. Delaney wins that. Throws it back to Graham Campbell. Graham's looking. A little chip towards his brother.
Nice ball.
Oh, wow. How does that get through?
Great touch by Graydon Campbell.
Oh, wow. Gorgeous ball by Graham to his brother, and a great ball across the pitch by, that's one of those, that's a forward's dream. I just need to get my foot near that baby. (5-1). NSA still coach on the sideline, still coaching. Love to see that. Score doesn't dictate how he's going to handle things. Rhett with a touch to Graham. A little heavy on that touch. Campbell loses possession to 9 and 18, who's had a nice game. Andrew, that's a play. So good. Good job by Andrew to cut the angle down. He's had a nice game. And Graham Campbell checks all the way back to help, and here comes Rhett all the way back to help. So Cam with a touch, and they've got a chance to go forward. Got Avilias. Don't have the ball, though.
Oh, wow. He's letting it go.
Not sure you want to scream down 5-1 weight room to a freshman in high school, but what do I know?
At that point, I think you just call something.
That's a dad yelling weight room at a freshman in high school. He's going to get there. Coach Rykoff is right over here. I'm sure he's got him on a great plan, but we're going to go ahead and let him hit puberty before we stick him under the bench there, Dad. Ball's played forward.
So Graydon and Dom are both sitting on a yellow card. So you may want to think about getting those guys out.
Well done. One to beat. Oh,
wow.
Come on! That's not even soccer. Tough to watch a kid that's battling injuries just get clipped. That's not soccer. That's a full grab and a throwdown. Some point coaches want to make it some bodies out of the game if we're not going to play soccer.
Six to go. Cape up 5-1. It was 2-1 at half. We just want to get this game over with
Yeah.
at this point.
Yep.
No injuries, no cards.
Nope. We've lost the semblance of playing soccer right now. It's become just a physical scrum.
The shot goes wide. Cooper's going to take his time retrieving that.
Coach going to get the 2 guys you said maybe off the field that have some big games coming up later.
Get them a little rest. Make sure they don't get a card here late.
Great job by Graydon. Couple big goals. Nice job by Dom to come in and add some value there off the bench today. I'm sure he'll be back in the starting 11 on Thursday. Good chance for Vieira to get some quality minutes in here. Kubicki finishing on the pitch is nice. Radic throws it forward.
Alex Searing get a little time at right back.
I think Graham's going to have one heck of a Cape career. Follow his
He
brother's
looks good.
footsteps. Yeah,
looks
he
good.
really
He's
does.
Ninth grade. He's holding it down at the 6.
Super confident kid. That's a gorgeous ball right there. Should be fun for, again, I can remember the years where we had some younger guys with those minutes. It's not that far gone where we had the McGraws and the Dorans and the Kyles watching older guys play. I think we had back then a little bit more depth, and their role was more, I can remember Connor Garrison having a 10-15 minute role in games.
Right.
Whereas, this is a full 80 right here for Graham. But that should bode well for the future for Coach. It's getting tough to watch Cape guys get up limping, though.
Well, he's keeping the cards in the pocket, so.
Yep.
So you think about some of the depth in the past, Greg. Think about a guy like Jack Kiner,
Yeah.
senior captain. He didn't start 10th grade.
No, and that's crazy to me, right? It's crazy to me to think where his skill set was. My son will tell you he hasn't seen. I mean, he's caught some pitchers throwing 95. I don't think he's seen a ball come at him quicker than a Kiner shot. But that is exactly right. Your Carter Athertons and some of our, even your Matt Johnson, some of those guys. What was Peter asked to do? Was he a 80-minute guy all his whole career?
He was. Even 8th grade, you could play. He was an 8th grade, maybe even a 7th grade starter at center mid.
Sort of like
day one, Pete was ready.
Yeah,
to go.
sort of like a Christian Moore in hoops that took the point guard spot his freshman year and gave it to us when he left.
Right.
Hope he's doing well up at the University of New Hampshire, getting ready for his first D1 basketball season. Here we go. Frey in, knocked out, and it'll be a corner. All right, so good coaching there. Brun asking Kubicki to go wide, left of that guy, come wide so that he has someone, not ask Josh Frey to try to thread the needle in between two players. But this is where I would love to be a dad and tell my son to go directly back into the goal and stay there. I know what he's doing.
Yep.
He knows what he's doing, and yeah, go backwards there, buddy.
Cam's got a little room over on the left.
Dances baseline, throws it in. Oh, friendly fire. Frey, Tommy owes Josh Frey an ice cream cone. Campbell to Cole. Cole throws it forward. Ooh, Vieira with a nice little run. Good shield there by the NSA player. Nice use of the body. Last two will be kept on the field. Might have I always know when a game is gone, when the score is not going to be a one-goal deciding game, do we eat the injury time a lot of times?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he may do that.
I think it would be in his best interest to do that. I don't know
agreed.
whether we need the extra 4 today.
Agreed.
Not saying that NSA couldn't score a flurry of goals, but Kubicki at about the 20, he throws it to Vieira, back to Siren. Alex with a touch over to Cam Delaney. Cam looks and plays it over to Andrew.
Andrew's had a nice game in the back.
Really nice game.
He gets a little better every game.
So in the bigger picture, obviously this keeps us atop. I think along with NA atop the TCIS table with a few to play. That NA game is on the 19th. But don't write off. We both said Norfolk Collegiate. I don't think they've played Cape or NA yet, and they're a talented squad. I thought they were a really dangerous team last year. That we beat 2-0, but scored too quick and then got ourselves in a battle. In the larger state picture, we seem to have solidified the 8-hole. And looking at our schedule and who's ahead of us, it's going to be tough to kind of get out of that. I think there's opportunities maybe to jump Benedictine and get to the 7th spot, but this might be a Cape team that their path to the Final Four goes through an away quarterfinal game. We've been really fortunate the last couple of years to host that first round. We'll get a first round bye and host the quarterfinals at our place. Going on the road for a quarterfinal game is Yeah.
We've got games against Richmond Collegiate and also
And St.
against
Chris.
St.
Okay, so
Chris.
some
And
definite
if we were to
good.
win
You're
those
right.
games,
You're right.
or get good results.
Yeah, you're right. We could potentially, if we see ourselves, I forgot about the St. Chris and Collegiate match. So those
But
are
if-
chances to knock 2 and 3 off, right? Or I think St. Chris has won. Trinity or Woodbury is in that top 4 too. And unfortunately, we didn't get them on the regular season schedule. Doesn't seem like a soccer season unless Woodbury and Cape run into each other.
Tough week next week. Cape has to play Norfolk Collegiate, Norfolk Academy, and Richmond Collegiate. 3 games in 5 days.
Yeah, and that'll test.
Or maybe 4 days. So that's going to test us. And
18
that's your
is
game
there.
right there.
So now we got a guy down here
5-1.
over there. That's Frey. Let's have his teammates help him get up. All right, that's that. That was a quick injury time too. I think we all agreed what we saw there. Last 5 wasn't our best. 5-1 Cape. Goals by 2 by Campbell, 1 by Kabicki, 1 by Hughes, and 1 by senior John McGugian. Kabicki with a couple assists. Irvin with an assist. I think Graham Campbell.
I think Graham Campbell, or Graydon Campbell had
Graydon with one.
Graydon Campbell
So
had an assist.
a nice victory for the Finns.
The
Tough
score's
loss
a
for
little
the Saints.
deceiving, though. That
Yeah.
was a close game until the last 15, 20 minutes. That could have gone either way.
Great first half. Some talented players on both teams, and Finns will regroup with a practice day tomorrow before hosting Norfolk Christian, and I can't overlook anybody in our conference right now, and then hopefully get prepared for, man, a 3-0 week next week would be spectacular. So let's go 5-0 in the next 2 weeks. Good job, young Campbell.
Graham.
That's that. We will. Our next broadcast is coming up Thursday. I think you're doing field hockey. All right, so we'll be back, but Mr. McGraw and I will watch from the other sideline next week.